the first thing I did was I melted some butter, and I cheated and I put it in the microwave 10 seconds at a time until it's hot and melted, not burnt. We're not burning this one. We're gonna wait to do that with our frosting. We're gonna put our melted butter in our bowl, and to that we're going to add 2 cups of Guinness Stout, not the drought beer. It's the stout. In the Bahamas, they drink this all the time. So we're gonna do 2 cups. I don't know if that's gonna be 1 beer or 2. So I think it's gonna be more than 1. One and 1/4, and I'll save that for someone else because I don't know if I can quite drink it. It's pretty bitter, but it smells like Vitamalt. It smells really nice. And then we're going to add 3/4 cup of cocoa, and that's unsweetened cocoa powder. And we're going to put that aside, and now we're going to take 2 cups of flour, and into that we're going to put 2.5 teaspoons of baking soda, and we're going to add that into our mixer that has our 2 cups of sugar, and we're going to give that a stir. And we're going to break 3 eggs, always separated. We're going to go ahead and give that a mix. And we're going to add to that 3/4 cup of sour cream. And we're going to add that into our Guinness butter and cocoa mixture. And we're going to give that a whisk. And we're going to pour that into our flour, sugar, and baking soda. Always scrape down your bowl, because there's always some flour in the bottom, and sometimes butter, and you just don't know. There's always something to the bottom of the bowl that you gotta get. We don't want to mix it too long to make it tough, but we still want to get it nice and mixed a little more. And that has to be the easiest chocolate cake that you've ever put together. Let's get ready to make our burnt butter frosting. I think it's supposed to be named brown butter frosting, but I renamed it burnt butter frosting because the butter does look a little burnt to the bottom. So I'm going with that because that's what I named it. This frosting is very simple. You only need 4 ingredients, and 1 is optional. You only need butter, cream cheese, powdered sugar, and you can add vanilla, or if you don't have it, leave it out. I'm gonna use vanilla bean paste because it's super delicious and it has those pretty specks of vanilla bean that I like. I have my butter on medium, and I'm trying not to stir it, although it's very hard. I kind of want to shake the pan. But I want it to caramelize a little bit to the bottom. So I'm not gonna touch it. Just gonna let it do. And now I can see the brownness, and we want those little brown bits in it. So I'll take it off and I'm gonna let it cool. So my butter has cooled, and at the bottom there's all those little burnt bits. That's why I call it burnt butter. Not brown butter, but I think it's supposed to be brown butter. What are we doing? Burnt butter. And I have creamed my cream cheese, and I'm just gonna add my burnt butter. A little bit at a time. Before adding my powdered sugar, I'm going to add a tablespoon of vanilla bean paste. I want it really nice and vanilla-y. Is that a word? So I made these little adorable cupcakes because sometimes that's all people want, just enough. And we're just gonna go ahead and put our frosting on. And if you've never tried burnt butter cream cheese frosting, you're in for a treat. It's rich, it's creamy. It tastes like cream cheese frosting, but it has that caramel flavor, and you can taste the vanilla. It's very different and very nice. And I'm gonna have my little mini cupcake, which is perfect, because this is just enough. You don't really need no more than this. That is one of the best combinations that I've ever come up with. You get the maltiness of the chocolate cake, and the sweetness and the creaminess of the cream cheese butter frosting. And there's so many flavors going on, but they don't clash, they just contrast, and they really taste special. You have to try this Guinness chocolate cake with burnt butter cream cheese frosting for St. Patrick's Day. And join me next time in the Fancy Cakery, where we are going to do another Irish recipe. Yeah, we got more St. Patrick's Day, more Ireland, more